Update sneak peeks begin. We have new troop and defense levels to cover in this video, alongside some pretty impactful balance changes, so let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel then, guys. I'm your host, Juno Sloth. Let's first go over the balance changes, because there's really not too many to cover. The Dragon Rider. We might have figured there was balancing for this troop, but the stats are exactly the same. The change is in relation to the Dragon Rider's range. This is an example prior to the update, whereby the scatter shot is out of range for the Dragon Riders, but after the update, you can see that a 0.5 tile reduction in their range will mean the scatter shot can fire at them. This is a pretty big deal when you think about a base in general, whether it's air defense locking on earlier, enemy heroes, and although the Dragon Riders are closer to their target, they're still far enough away that the death damage really doesn't do anything. So a nerf to the Dragon Riders. Whilst it is not displayed within the Dragon Rider stats, the ramp up beam of their attack is being reduced by 0.2 seconds, meaning it just takes a little bit longer to get to the higher damage output. Any buffs, you ask? Well, whilst we have the new troop levels, nothing within this section, but another nerf, this time for the Mighty Yak. Previously, it would deal splash, and I think this one could be a pretty big deal, because sometimes we use the Yak alongside the King to dive into a compartment and clear that out. If there's a Skelly Trap or Clan Castle troops, it is going to take the Yak a lifetime to get through that. Even a single defense in this area might mean the Yak goes down, and you potentially might not get in there, so you will have to plan wall breakers. Enough negativity, let's move on. Bug fixes. Firstly, if a builder is connected to a wall, previously the builder might get stuck and not repair any buildings. However, this is being fixed. Thank you, Supercell. I personally never had this happen to me, but apparently if you were to use the remove all feature prior to then building your entire base, the base might not save. So to the frustration of everyone that builds bases, I'm glad this one is fixed. I also never knew this next one was a thing, but I kind of wish it had happened to me. When you spin for a war, there were times that another team might have more members. For example, 15 versus 16. Whilst that will no longer happen, I kind of wish you could do that in friendlies. Could my team of 15 beat your team of 20? That would be a cool little feature. Let's go over all of the troop upgrades first. We have the Miner getting upgraded to level 8. This will cost 17.5 million elixir with a 17-day build time, giving an extra 8 damage per second and 100 hit points. Stay tuned if you are a hybrid player, but if you are more of a P.E.K.K.A. Smash attacker, the next upgrade might be better for you. For each of the new troop and defense levels, I will give you a quick side-by-side comparison so you can see the difference. Please appreciate in a realistic base, things would be a little bit different, but I've tried to stick to around about 30 troop capacity for each of these versus the few defenses, and it's obvious, if a troop gets a new level, it has more damage and hit points, it's going to do better. This just gives you a little gauge as to how much better. The next troop on the upgrade list is the Yeti. 18 million elixir with 18 days in research for an extra 20 damage per second, 200 hit points, but also an extra spawned unit. This is where I do think we will see a lot more Yeti Smash after this upgrade, because P.E.K.K.A. Smash is very popular, but we are also seeing more single target Infernos. So the Yetis and the Yeti Mites allow you to counteract that. And you can see that in this comparison, it actually made quite a difference, because the Yetis had more damage to take down the Archer Tower, meaning all of the Yeti Mites then went to the Expo, and it took it down so much faster. Now to the Dark Elixir troops. One of my favorites here, we have the Hog Rider to level 11. This will set you back a whopping 320,000 Dark Elixir, 17 days to upgrade, but you do get an extra 13 damage per second and 110 hit points. Whilst I would consider using the Hammer of Fighting, I think there's a better option for that coming up. This is where I said, hybrid players rejoice. You now have upgrades for the miners and hog riders. I will personally stick to the mass hog riders. I enjoy that strategy more. Check out the artwork as well. The green hammer matching the jungle theme. However, getting to the replay itself, this clip probably shows the biggest difference in troop level, whereby the hogs get through convincingly with the new level. Next up, we have the Golem, again at 320,000 Dark Elixir, 17 days to upgrade, an extra 5 damage per second and 50 when destroyed. Not really going to make much difference for the Golem, is it? It is all about the hit points, an extra 400 for this level, and do not forget about your Golemites, they will get increases as well. I have to say that I think the new Golem level is an interesting one, because whilst it's normally a underused troop, we do see it at the highest level in terms of supplementing hero dives, so maybe we will see it a little bit more in the World Championships. I also think in terms of the new troop art, this is my favorite. I don't know about you, but I think it looks so cool. Whilst these replays are continuing to show you the comparison, I do want to quickly thank you all from the bottom of my heart. We are so close to 1 million subscribers. I can't wait for you to see what we have in store. And if you're not subscribed, you enjoy my content, I would recommend doing so. You also want that notification bell on for tomorrow's sneak peek. Last of the troop upgrades before we get to the defensive upgrades, it is for the Bowler. 320,000 Dark Elixir again, an increased upgrade time 17 days and 12 hours. So strictly the best value for the Hammer of Fighting would be the Bowler, but it comes down to which Dark Elixir troop you are going to use the most. The Bowler has an extra 6 damage per second and 70 hit points with this new level. I honestly thought the Bowlers were going to rip through this mock-up we have due to the defenses being together, but they actually struggled. However, the new level managed to push on through and get a strike onto the Expo. Congratulations, level 6 Bowler. In all seriousness, you do tend to take more than 5 bowlers, so your improvement would be better than this. Defenses now, and yes, we are starting with the least exciting, build our way up. You can upgrade an extra 50 wall pieces. It is 7 million gold or elixir per wall, so that is 350 million. Just to let you know, I'm sure you're happy about that. Always a benefit of the 20% discount from the Gold Pass if you are buying anything in-game. Remember, you can support your favorite content creator in your settings before purchasing. My code is Judo, and it is much appreciated, my friends. On to the good defenses, though. The walls will be a grind. This is what you focus on first. 17.5 million gold and 18 days in order to upgrade your mortar to level 14. This will give you an extra 6 damage per second and 150 hit points. In reality, the new mortar level is not going to be the biggest improvement in the world, but again, if you have more DPS on your base, then it's going to be helpful, particularly if we are seeing more Yeti or Bowler attacks. Splash damage can help. And hey, in this example, the new mortar level did actually get revenge on the Bowler. The Expo, though, is the defense that I would recommend upgrading first. It is 18.5 million and 19 days to upgrade. So whilst this is better to use a Hammer of Building, I recommend using the CWL medals on Dark Elixir upgrades to the Hammer of Fighting. However, being an extra day to upgrade, this is the defense you would use a book on rather than the Mortar. Expo will give you an extra 15 damage per second at level 9. So you get more than twice the DPS that you did from the Mortar upgrade with the Expo. That's why I recommend this first. It's just a better defense. I think it will help to mitigate some of the huge hero dives that we see, and you can notice that the new level takes out the bowlers quicker, and you do tend to have your Expos relatively well protected in your base as well. One more huge thing, and it is a riddle for tomorrow's sneak peek. So here it is. Let me know what you think. What do the terms Turkey, Six-Pack, Perfect Game, and Strike have in common? Let me know what you think. Be sure to be subscribed with the notification bell turned on. I will bring you gameplay. If you do want to see my latest series, this is my first week of progression in Clash of Clans from starting a new account. Everyone's been loving that, so I'm sure you will too. It's on your screen with the subscribe button. You guys take care, and I will see you in tomorrow's sneak peek video.